Welcome to Clear News Daily for Friday, May 1, 2026. Everything you hear is purely news and facts. We share no opinions and pass no judgment of any kind. Today we cover world news, news from the United States, tech and business, and sports. Let's get started. Now we turn to world news. We have two international stories today, one about a major defense development between Israel and the UAE, and one about May Day marches happening across the globe. This marks the first time the Iron Dome has been used in an Arab country, a major shift in regional security cooperation. The move came as Iran fired missiles at UAE targets during the ongoing conflict. The deployment shows how shared threats can bring former adversaries closer together. May Day, also known as International Workers' Day, is marked every year on May 1 with rallies around the world. This year's marches reflect widespread frustration over the rising cost of living tied in part to the ongoing Iran conflict. The clashes in Manila were among the most intense seen this year. Now turning to news from the United States. We have two stories today. One about gas prices hitting a multi-year high, and one about President Trump and Congress clashing over the Iran war. The last time gas prices were this high nationally was in 2022, when energy markets were disrupted by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Strait of Hormuz carries roughly 20% of the world's oil supply. Analysts warn prices could keep rising if the blockade continues through the summer. The War Powers Act requires the president to get congressional approval within 60 days of committing forces to conflict. Trump's position that the war is over is disputed by some lawmakers who say troops remain in active roles in the region. The standoff puts the executive and legislative branches at odds over war authority. Coming up is tech and business news. Today we have a stark warning about global food supply from a major fertilizer company, and a record-breaking earnings report from Apple and other big tech firms. Yara is one of the world's largest fertilizer producers. Holsether warned that disruptions to shipping routes through the Gulf are making it harder to move nutrients to farms in developing nations. Food security experts say the impact may not be fully felt until the next growing season. Apple's iPhone revenue set a new March quarter record and its services segment hit an all-time high. The strong results across big tech suggest the sector is holding up well despite broader economic concerns tied to the Iran war. Investors are watching closely to see how AI spending shapes future earnings. Finally, we wrap up with sports. Today we have two NBA playoff results. The Timberwolves closing out the Nuggets to advance, and the Knicks posting a record-breaking blowout win over the Hawks. The Timberwolves' win ends a strong postseason run by the Nuggets, who were led as always by Nikola Jokic. McDaniels was the standout performer, giving Minnesota a two-way presence that will be key against the Spurs. The second round is set to tip off early next week. The 51-point margin of victory is the largest in Knicks' postseason history. New York looked dominant throughout Game 6 and now wait to see who they face next. The Celtics and 76ers play a deciding Game 7 on Saturday, making it a high-stakes finish to the first round in the East. Here is a quick recap of everything we just covered. In world news, Israel sent the Iron Dome to the UAE, and May Day marches brought workers into the streets across the globe. In the United States, gas prices hit a 4-year high, and Trump told Congress he does not need war approval. In tech and business, Yara's CEO warned of a global food risk, and Apple posted a record March quarter. In sports, the Timberwolves advanced past the Nuggets, and the Knicks crushed Atlanta to move on. And here are some other stories making news today. The U.S. charged the Sinaloa governor and 9 other Mexican officials with drug trafficking. The Pentagon plans to pull 5,000 troops from Germany. Elon Musk clashed with OpenAI's lawyers during a third day of testimony. The Rockets host the Lakers in a must-win Game 6 tonight. The Michael Jackson biopic keeps drawing big box office numbers. Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage is coming to Prime Video on May 27. And Britney Spears was formally charged with a DUI in California. And that is a look at some of the other stories making news today. Thank you for watching Clear News Daily for Friday, May 1st, 2026. These summaries are shared for awareness to help you stay connected with what is happening around the world. Everything you heard today is purely news and facts with no opinions or judgments. Stay curious and stay informed. We will see you next time. That is a wrap for today. If you found these headlines useful, please like this video and subscribe to Clear News Daily for fresh headlines every day. Hit the bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.